YouTube, it's Pichxn.
Okay.
Jay. Alright. Crime Reacts Part 2, Number 2, 2 in a day, 2 for $1. Police discover a killer's hidden torture forest? What the?
Mark is also arrested.
SO389 dispatch. I've located the body. The scene's about 50 yards on a trail.
This lone cop just discovered a dead body in the middle of the woods.
What is that? Sounds like it's heading this way.
5 feet from the knife, up the top of the body, carving the blood of the place.
10-4, signal 7. Please send another unit to my location.
What he doesn't know yet is that the lifeless man in front of him has been tortured for hours by the twisted man hiding in this very forest.
Whoever did this, that's fresh. There's a little eyeball right here. That's some creepy shit right here. Smell this right here. You smell gas right here? Yeah. Think they're gonna torch him?
I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location in the woods. There's something moving around back this way.
He carries 3 or 4 knives on him. He thinks he's Rambo.
You're what? I'm just like a god.
Hello?
It's December 23rd, 2022, and Officer Azure has just received a 911 call from a distraught man reporting that he's found his best friend's lifeless body in the middle of the Lake Jackson forest. Officer Azure, along with a group of first responders, quickly arrive at the scene.
That's my friend, man.
Okay, y'all stay right there.
Here they encounter Jamie, the 911 caller, and his best friend Robert, both of whom urgently
Okay,
want
so
to...
this guy thinks he's a god.
Wait, is it this guy?
One conversation with this guy, and no, not him. Not him. But
Oh, yeah,
the killer.
yeah.
One conversation with this guy, and you should know he needs to be, like, there
Locked
needs
up
to
in
be
a psych ward.
nurses. Yeah, there needs to be nurses
There needs to be nurse.
within 6 feet of him at all times.
show the officer where their dead friend is. Considering the serious circumstances, Officer Azure decides to follow Robert into the forest despite being alone.
389, I'm 10-12 with him. Just give me a minute. I'm 10-12 with 2. I'm heading down to take a look. 361, if you want to come down, and 56 with the EMS in the back. I'm headed down to the scene.
We're gonna go back that way, about 50 yards.
Okay.
50 yards.
I think the officer's going by himself.
Yeah.
Knife was laying on the ground. There's no blood on it.
Did you touch the knife?
I did pick up the knife.
Okay. Well, we're gonna need to get fingerprints from you, okay?
No problem. I walked by the tarp, and you couldn't see James.
Okay.
And then Alan walked by the tarp and goes, "What's that?" And he picked the tarp up with his sticky gun in his hand, and James was laying there face down, and I dropped the knife and we left.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna need to get a very detailed statement from you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just because.
I understand.
Well, the thing is, I'm not accusing you of anything, but you have to be ruled out. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
At this point, the officer can't yet confirm Robert's story, but with a dead body reported, he has no choice but to push deeper into the woods. However, alone with a suspicious man he's just met and a killer who could be
I don't
lurking
know if Robert
nearby,
is
the
suspicious
officer
to me.
knows he must proceed with extreme caution.
I don't think it's not him.
I think it's just his
you
like,
think
No, it's not.
I know, but like,
He's wearing fucking blue jeans. Not that guy.
We're here for you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Never seen a serial killer in baggy blue jeans and a baggy blue
Alright.
shirt. He's gonna be wearing
double
black,
blued up.
and he's
Where's
gonna
the
be wearing a
knife?
baseball
Clap.
cap, and he's gonna be white, and he's gonna be fucking mentally insane. You're gonna tell just by looking at him, he's gonna be
Just
fucking
hang out there for
mentally,
me,
just
okay?
mental.
Mentally
One
mental.
look at the guy.
Mentally mental.
Oh god, you know how bad that has to be? They're
Jamie
blurring out
was telling the truth.
a tarp.
Wrapped inside the tarp is the body of James Decker. He's lying naked in a pool of his own blood, covered in cuts and scrapes. Realizing the severity of the situation,
Is he naked?
Officer Azure immediately instructs Jamie to head back while he investigates further. That's when
Oh my God,
Officer
you're out there by
Azure
yourself.
begins to hear some unsettling noises.
No.
Bro,
This is a
bro.
horror movie.
Bro thinks this officer thinks he's the main character. Yeah, no.
I thought you got off.
I'm not sure if it's a person or I'm not sure what it is, but I've got movement east of my location in the woods. Sounds like it's heading this way.
What do you mean east? I don't get this. Like, do you have a compass in your head?
That's a good question. Maybe he sees like the moss growing on the trees
Hey,
in a
LT.
certain direction.
Fortunately for Officer Azure, backup arrived
real
just
thing.
in time, providing some relief from
maybe it's
whatever
that.
might have been lurking in the forest.
Oh, it's another option.
I mean, there's nothing for y'all to check. He's cold to the touch. All right, we've got knife right here, body here, tents, whole camp spread up back here. We've also got one
Do you have a
outstanding.
compass on them? Okay.
There's two people who live in this camp,
And one's not here?
and one's outstanding at the moment.
Did you find the knife?
Yeah.
I got a knife right here.
No blood on it,
Well, there's something
I know, I
right
was
there,
looking at it before.
but
But I
hey,
was
do you
like,
still got those two
oh,
guys
this
1012
way.
up front?
Yeah, they're standing there waiting for us.
Good, because one that led me back touched the knife, so we need to get his prints and a statement off him. The other one touched the tarp. They found out what was going on and they took off. I checked the camp and he's the only one back here.
I got the name of the person that he was arguing with at 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so, and I've got what looks like maybe his clothes right over there. So he's naked,
What the
and there's some
fuck?
clothes right there on the fire.
He's naked.
As medical staff arrives and examines the body more closely, they observe a brutal manner of death. Blunt force trauma to the head, strangulation, and something even more disturbing,
Oh, God.
gasoline, found in James's lungs and stomach. Detectives are left with a burning question. Why would a victim have gasoline inside him? However, this would be only one of the many disturbing
drink
details
gasoline.
officers uncover at the scene.
Hey,
This is
Seth, take a
honestly
look at
like
this one.
It's a
disturbing.
torture forest. And he
what
was
is that?
tortured.
Is that just soot weared off on that, or?
I
mean, it looks awful shiny.
Where he has been stabbed, just from what I can see. But he is butt naked, face down on the tarp.
How many times can they say that he's naked?
Definitely not.
You're fat. He must have a nice ass.
And definitely somebody putting the
You're fascinating. This guy's fucking said it
I don't
17
know what his
times.
face looks like. If he was stabbed in the neck or the face, the blood may be hidden by the tarp. I'm not seeing any obvious blood. Apparently the witness picked up the knife, and the knife has like a Russian string around it. There's blood on the tarp's brown, but there's blood all over the tarp, like blood splatter.
It looks like, I mean, he was moved post-mortem. You can tell by the way he was dragged.
Post-mortem chat means after he died.
That's hollow down below, you see that? Yeah. That's crazy.
Almost looks like they're carving Odin. This in the one eye. You see that?
Fucking nuts. Artistic.
Smell gas.
Smell gas? They had to cut that with a chainsaw, right? And it looks like,
You can smell gas right here.
yeah.
By now, officers were certain they had a murder on their hands. The injuries to the
By
body,
now.
the bloody knife,
weren't
and the
already?
presence of gasoline all point to one thing. This wasn't just a killing, but a calculated act where the victim had likely been tortured for hours.
What do you say about that? Torture.
Torture!
With this in mind, officers would return to question Jamie, the man
funny,
who had
that's
originally
crazy.
called 911,
Yeah.
and what Jamie reveals would soon lead investigators directly
Chat, we're not
to
in the
the
street until we
killer.
hit Daily Big Bull.
Before we continue, it's worth noting that tragedies like these could affect any of us. Take Yvette Torres. She was walking home from work in Philadelphia when a truck struck her without warning. Morgan & Morgan fought for her in court and won her nearly
Bruh.
$12 million.
How does a truck
This is an
If you're
ad.
seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions. With over Officers were. With that said, let's get back to the investigation. Officers were about to speak again with Jamie, one of the eyewitnesses,
So
and he
Brent-
would provide them with their biggest lead yet.
So I heard.
So I'm saying, we were all thinking it.
So
I'm
I
just
go
saying.
through the
Not.
woods, go to this camp.
So you
I all
left.
back to the camp because you know
Right.
homeless people argue all the time about dumb shit. Been a while
Dumb
now, and I
shit.
haven't heard anything
You
from
know.
James or anybody over there.
Yep,
So I
South
go
dumb
over there
butt.
to me and my friend that's with
The other
officer
deputy.
now.
There's no way he's dead serious
Right?
talking
So when I
like
walk
this right
Get to
now.
a
Probably
certain
has
point, I see
one,
a
two,
tarp laying there beside this
6
tree,
toes.
which is never there. I
And
flip over
inside
the
12
tarp
fingers.
is
cigarette, of course.
I don't even know if it's James or
See, he said he said
Alright, well,
Jane.
we're gonna get it figured out, okay? Do you know James' last name? Do you know James' last name?
Oh wait, oh my god, was I making fun of the wrong guy? Oh my god,
The
wait.
person who did
Yeah,
this.
this is
He's,
one of
oh my god, he's a
one of the
victim.
witnesses.
Dusty McDonald. They
He's one of the
live right
victims
up-
fucking-
He just got
Dusty
a complaint
McDonald.
this morning. Man come down there with a hatchet, threatening, chopping shit up. Called it in, sheriff's department. They come over, they talked to him. They told him that they're gonna go over and talk to him and just stay away.
And James is the one who called.
Oh man.
Who called this morning? Rick. Okay. Do you know
Rick
Rick's
is
last
the one who
name?
stays there.
Why these guys all look like
They all look
Frank.
scary.
James
Frank Gallagher?
Yes, they all look like Gallagher's.
But
So I
he was
should be
staying
able
up
to
there with
find them
Dusty.
by his name.
According to Jamie, a man named Dusty McDonald had attacked another man.
Dusty
Rick, with a
McDonald
hatchet earlier
attacked
that
Rick.
day.
Is this
Police were
real?
called, but were
No, this has
unable
got to be a
locate
fucking
or
joke.
confront
This
Dusty
no,
at the
and I
time.
bet
While
this is in
this incident
Bayonne too.
was concerning.
Fucking Bayonne.
It wasn't enough on its own to establish Dusty as a primary
Unbelievable.
suspect. Until nearly every witness interviewed pointed to him as well. Eventually, officers had gathered enough statements to
Ice
justify
Spice.
bringing Dusty in for
Ice
questioning.
Spice.
All they needed now
Back
was to
shot.
find him.
Back shot.
Was good.
As police began searching for Dusty, other officers on scene
thought
would
he
sit
was
down
back
with the
shot.
two 911 callers to piece
It's
together a
crazy.
timeline. According to them, the day
Back
had
to the
started
crime,
with
bro.
unsettling signs that
Yo,
Yo, Ice
something
Spice
was
back.
off.
Ice Spice back shot when you got your prime sub, bro. Please, we're one sub away from 21 subs. 21, 21, 21.
Hilarious.
Earlier, right?
We know who was down there, sir.
Arguing.
Okay.
So I walked down through the woods. I seen Dusty have
seen
hands
Dusty.
on the ground. He was saying, you shouldn't talk shit about this and that. You know what I'm saying? I heard, like, oh, they just getting shit out, you know what I mean? But I never hear nothing from over there no more. I'm like,
Wait, we're using the wrong
Dusty's
one.
real name or?
Dusty McDonald.
Did you say that James called them today and said, hey,
Nope, Rick.
oh, Rick called.
Rick.
I feel so much better.
James
Any
was
more
there.
streams on next Monday?
Oh, Dusty went over there and cut his
Make
tongue
us
with
take
a
big
Cut him up,
machete.
Yeah, no,
threatened
Baco's
with a
cooked, I'm not
machete,
gonna lie.
cut his tin up,
Yep.
all kind of shit.
We're not gonna hit Baco today,
Called the
chat.
police. I was
Yep,
there for
called
that.
the
But
police.
W600 bits
Report,
though.
and the police just said, stay away from it. There's a tarp laying beside a tree that's never there because I live here. And I took the stick and went. When I flipped it up, I seen legs.
Based on these witness accounts, officers now have a fairly detailed picture of what likely unfolded just hours earlier. They also have a lead suspect, Dusty McDonald, a name one of the officers happened to be familiar with.
I think they already brought up his name, but Dustin McCormick.
Yeah, Dusty.
Dusty,
Yeah, that's right.
supposedly general in some militia, come down there this morning with a machete and started hacking up some of the tents because he wanted to clear the area. Said he's signal 20 and off his meds.
They said Dusty. They said Dusty's the one that's outstanding. Yeah, they said this guy Dusty left from over here like later in the evening.
By now, it was clear Dusty had likely been involved in the murder, and with Jamie and Robert's statements in hand, police began piecing together the sequence of events leading up to the brutal killing. Earlier that day, Rick, another man who lived at the camps, had called 911 claiming a Dusty McDonald had slashed his tent with a machete while searching for a man named James, even threatening him in the process. Later that afternoon, Dusty managed to find James, and witnesses reported hearing arguing from the camp. When they checked to see what was going on, they saw Dusty on top of James, wrestling and yelling. It didn't appear to be anything more than a heated argument, so they returned to their camp. However, hours would pass, and nobody had heard from James. Robert and Jamie began to worry and decided to go looking for him, and that's when they found a blue tarp covering James's lifeless body. Nearly all witness accounts lined up perfectly with this timeline of events, making the next step for officers clear: arrest Dusty and bring him in for interrogation. Fortunately, since officers had begun the work of locating him earlier that day, they already had Dusty's address. Soon after, they surrounded the house, ready to move in.
Oh, wait. The video's
Sheriff Officer, put a knife down, man. Come on out. Come on out. Come on out.
I don't have anything.
Okay, come on. Please,
They're going to his house.
Come on
I'm
out.
trying to go
I'm
back.
right here, sir. Come on out. Dude, I'm right here.
Dusty,
Okay. Dude, yeah.
turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Dude, the man just tried to light me on fire, dude. Y'all know what happened down there. That man tried to light me on fire, man. It's all on surveillance, dude.
Listen, Dusty, you try to do things stupid, the dog's gonna bite you, understand?
I'm not even armed, dude. Look at there. I'm not armed at all, sir. Sir, man just left my house and man tried to murder me down there and light me on fire.
Dusty's behavior would be bizarre from the start, immediately insisting that James tried to set him on fire and that the officers, quote, already know what happened down there. Whether he's trying to claim self-defense or is just completely unhinged is anyone's guess.
Sorry, walk this with me. Yeah, dude, sir, you know what happened down there.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Dude, man tried to light me on fire as I came.
Okay, just listen.
Okay,
We've got one side.
Okay.
That's why you need to come with us. Okay?
I'm coming.
I know you are.
With the supposed killer in custody, officers concluded the disturbing on-scene investigation and began preparing for interrogation. If Dusty was their killer, given what had been done to the victim's body, it pointed to someone deeply disturbed. That suspicion would soon
Like, what are
be
you wearing?
confirmed. By now, Dusty had already raised serious concerns. He had slashed Rick's tent and threatened him. On top of that, multiple witnesses had just reported seeing him argue with James hours before the murder. However, despite how clear things seemed, there was one major complication. Dusty was claiming self-defense. He alleged that James had thrown gasoline on him and threatened to set him on fire. This wasn't a claim detectives could easily dismiss, especially given the distinct smell of gasoline at the scene, meaning there was a possibility he could get away with his crime. Even though it's clear who's behind the murder at this point, Dusty's story now carries a shred of credibility. Detectives have one goal: to break that story, either by disproving his self-defense claim using witness statements, or, ideally, by getting a confession. Either way, the investigation is about to get a lot more complicated. To move forward, detectives start by bringing in people from the encampment who knew Dusty well and interacted with him regularly. If Dusty had a pattern of violent behavior, these individuals were the most likely to have seen it firsthand.
My goal here is to kind of get, from your perspective, kind of what you saw, what you heard.
So he ain't really been fucking with me at all. I ain't never had no cross words. He's always insistent, oh, come up there and do your laundry and all that shit, you know. And come up there and get a shower. That's what it was. Come and get a shower. Come get a shower all the time. So I fucked up and got a shower and get him $2 afterwards, you know, just a gesture.
Rick explains that Dusty often offered showers and laundry to homeless individuals in the area, sometimes charging a small fee. This catches the attention of detectives. These seemingly generous acts may be a part of a larger pattern of manipulation, a way for Dusty to assert control over the homeless community. It's a detail that could support their efforts to build a stronger case against him.
I tried my best to get along with him. And, you know, he had a shower that we all used, you know, sometimes try to keep him good with him for those reasons and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
Never, my wildest dreams that I think he was capable of murdering, that's the honest truth. I was just over there basically using his necessities like we all were when we got a chance to, you know, shower, usually offered it. That's his way of making friends with us, I think. I had stayed with him before and he kicked me out. I thought I was in a light, so I was taking pictures of him and stuff like that with my phone. I didn't even have a phone, you know. Like, I saw you taking pictures of me with your phone. I said, Dusty, I don't even have a phone. He said, you gotta go. So I left. That's that.
Dusty lives in a house near the homeless camps, a property owned by his grandfather. At first, much like Rick, Busby describes Dusty as someone who seems generous, allowing members of the homeless camp to use his home for basic amenities. As investigators continue interviewing members of the homeless community, a more troubling picture of Dusty begins to emerge. He has a history of strange and violent behavior marked by paranoia and delusions. However, officers face a challenge. The interviews so far have been too vague, highlighting patterns of behavior but lacking concrete details to build a solid case. This leads detectives back to Jamie, the original 911 caller and the person with the clearest recollection of events so far, and he's able to offer meaningful insight into who Dusty really is.
Mr. Allen, my role here in all this. It's just kind of to get from your perspective, your side of things, what you saw, what you observed.
Man came to my camp last night.
Mm-hmm.
I used to stay up there with him. He's a violent person.
Okay.
His papa always wanted to let me stay there because he's the one that owns the property. The reason I don't stay there is because you don't do what he says, and he gets all angry and threatens you, and he just crazy shit. I said, well,
What does he usually carry?
he ain't got a stick this time, but he's either got a stick, a machete, or a knife. Listen, he carries like 3 or 4 knives on him, machete, sticks. He's like, he thinks he's Rambo.
While Dusty had a reputation as a bully who routinely harassed the homeless community, no one expected his behavior to escalate to cold-blooded murder. His so-called generosity, offering his home for showers and laundry, masked a deeper need for control and manipulation. The same people he claimed to help were also the ones he intimidated and threatened, revealing a warped sense of power and superiority. In the end, this contradiction may have set the stage for the gruesome murder. When Dusty was brought in for questioning, his demeanor was strangely calm. At this point, he seems to believe that he is seen as a victim of an attack by this homeless man. He didn't seem like he was in his right mind at all. Detectives were hoping to learn about Dusty's side of the story, but instead were met with, well, a lot of nonsense.
You know I'm an owl, right?
You're what?
You know I'm an owl, right?
Okay.
You know what that means, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, thank you. Golly. Thank you. This
I'm
has been
gonna do that.
this has been a really hard day. Sir, I waved all right there a long time ago. I still have a great sense of innocence within me if it ain't obvious to you this time.
Throughout his interrogation, Dusty's responses are filled with incoherent delusions and deflections. In Dusty's mind, he's, quote, an owl, constantly watched, monitored, and under surveillance. It's clear that without his medication, his schizophrenia is spiraling out of control.
And I'm handling it remarkably well. Jesus, man, that was some crazy shit, man. And to still be able to get us some usable intel, you'll get why staying at that place.
Okay, pause real quick for a thumbnail. Just look like disgusted.
You can't make a face like that and tell me to look disgusted. Ew.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
Wait, that's not it. Alright, ready? You gotta look disgusted as fuck. You ready?
Oh my god, you look so swag in that one.
Look more scared. Okay, look at this.
Prices at this man's face. Ew. Nah. That is hilarious. Are you about to try and tell me to look disgusted and you make a face?
Alright, we'll make this part of the video chat. Yeah, we're making a thumbnail real quick. Show you all the process.
Oh, I forgot we're even recording.
Yeah, so boom, we just put that in remove BG. Now we're in here. I treat this shit like a BTC. I could be up this week, then down this week. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And then also, another thing I wanted to do is go to Dr. Insanity's YouTube channel. Open link a new tab. And then I wanted, like, this. Copy image. And now, I want this in remove BG as well. And then, yes, download, and then, bam. Do that right here. Then we're gonna layer style, stroke, and it'll be black. Or should we do white?
Black.
Yeah. Yeah, black for sure. Bang. Now, we just do the text. Well, and I just like to have the fire because it's just like it draws attention, you know? It just draws attention, you know? Wait,
Ow.
what?
You have to take this.
What?
It's burning my leg.
Okay. Then we're just gonna do text. We're just do OMG.
Holy clickbait.
We're gonna do. Right to go. Layer style stroke. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. We could go red on this. Yeah, we'll go red. We could even double it. Okay, you know what? We're gonna double it. Okay, look. That's how you do that. The new layer style stroke. We're gonna make this like more of like a 11, like a 9. Right? And then what you do is you right click and you hit rasterize. And then you go to layer style stroke. You could do another one. Black. Oh no, what the fuck? Wait. Convert to smart object. Wait. Convert to smart object. Did that work? That worked. Then even this, we can even go like.
Because I don't know. Why green?
It just pops out. Hold on. Maybe yellow makes more sense. Small.
Okay, McDonald's.
Yeah, ba da ba ba ba. I'm fucking it.
Alright.
And then, of course, we gotta add the plug. Where's MaxRes default at, chat? MaxRes default? Can anyone see MaxRes default? Where the fuck is it at? Oh wait, I have to bring my cousin his towel. He's in the shower, naked, dripping, waiting for you to get him. Waiting for you to bring him his towel right now.
Why did you have to explain it like that?
Where's it at? What the fuck? Look for M. A B C D E F G H I J K M.
Minecraft sound eating effect. Corn dogs are $1. Wait.
I just found it.
Debating if I want corn dogs in a slushie. That sounds fire. Corn dogs are $1 and a slushie is half off. Oh, so get it. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so now we hit export as JPEG, save, then we go file new, FB create, then we go here, bang, then we go here, delete, then we go here, bang, then we go here, and then we hit this, slight adjustments, and then we go here. We go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then you kind of just eyeball this one. I like that right there. And then we go up here, layer style, stroke.
Give us the schedule, queen.
And then I like to do inside. Probably white for this one. So
get there a bit before 8, and when the people have it, video answer. We start at 8. Okay, period. Early is on time. Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. I'm off. It doesn't sound too bad.
what's the color that pops out here? I'm thinking like baby blue.
It does in fact pop out. Actually, that's more of a teal. 8:30 to 9 is IT orientation with IT operations department. Okay, so far so good. Sounds good.
Yeah, look, you don't like this.
Nine to 10:30 is immediate and that's the start of my department training. Period.
Alright, we'll do black. And then export as JPG, save, and then you go here. Wait, you leave that there. Where are we uploading at?
It's 5 hours.
That's actually insane. And bang, just like that, we made the thumbnail.
It's so dangerous for me.
Wait, I'm gonna be right back. Yo, Santo, what's good? Welcome to the stream, my girl.
10:30 to 11 is new hire orientation with HR. Just so good. That'll be done in 15 minutes. Calling it now. Unless our system is slow. Period. It's hot. $11 to $11:30 benefit enrollment training. What the fuck is that, bro? Just add that to regular new hire into orientation. It's with the same bitch, no, but still, no, I get it. Like, why? Why you gotta have a whole different time for that?
Alright. Let's wrap up this vid.
Not so much training.
Let's wrap up this vid.
Training thing, no, literally.
Alright, pick it up.
Behind the chair. Team lunch.
You gonna plug it?
I'm from where? I didn't know. Sorry. And then that's the part we trained.
Alright, plug it in up there.
Damn. I think you're gonna do great. I think you're gonna grow up. Can we take these out?
Yeah.
A lot of trust is getting to me, so like that, but man, thank you for saying I'm good to talk about this.
Dusty seems to believe he's outsmarted the cops, thinking he's there to provide valuable intel as the victim. But he will soon find out that he's actually a suspect in the cold-blooded murder of an innocent man.
I haven't shed a tear all day, you know, I've been going hard, you know. I'm so exhausted.
How long have you been doing it?
What, this kind of work? Not very long. That was my first. I think everybody knows that. From the get-go. You know, thank you for this deep psychological diagnosis for it. It's helping a lot. Good.
Listening closely to Dusty's words, it seems as if he's openly admitting to the murder. Although his statement is scattered and unclear, it gives detectives the impression that he's acknowledging responsibility without fully grasping the seriousness of his actions. But Dusty's bizarre admissions wouldn't stop there, as he continues rambling incoherently.
I was brushing and then he throws that gasoline on me because you saw how I was rolled up and down there. Dude, I thought I was just doing it for the other. You know what I mean? Because that was my intention. Everybody knows that. I've been managed to...
Everybody knows what? I don't think nobody knows, bro. I don't think anybody knows what he's talking about.
I don't know how I do it sometimes. You know what I mean? I mean, when I'm just experimenting in the house with blades, like before I...
experimenting in the house with blades.
Doing it curved. But, I mean, shit, I don't know how I do it, sir. I just know with my beautiful mind that I'm just... It's a three-way. Yeah. You know, it's the photographic, the audiogenic intake, and then the living intake. Yeah. You know, I if y'all don't ever think I'm so amazed that I'm just like, God. Man, I never thought it would be something like that. But my God, what that thing was.
While Dusty's ramblings could be interpreted as an admission that James was his first murder, the statement is buried in a mix of delusions about retinoids, his photographic memory, and other incoherent claims. The detective picks up on this and pushes further, trying to separate fact from fiction in Dusty's fractured account.
For me to verify everything that I can see elsewhere, I'm trying to... I know you're not mad at me. That's just, I don't want you to think I'm asking questions.
So many others like think my personality is,
Like, shut up and let me hot talk real quick.
Yeah, but I don't want you to think I'm being an expert.
I am very relieved that we were having this conversation.
Dusty claims he's not mad and that people don't understand how he communicates. This shows he might have a twisted view of himself, possibly because of paranoia, delusions, or mental illness. What's strange is how calm and relieved Dusty seems. Most guilty people would be nervous or scared during an interrogation, but Dusty is different. He seems to still believe he's the victim and doesn't grasp the seriousness of his actions. Instead of taking responsibility, he thinks people just don't understand him. This becomes even clearer when Dusty asks one final question to the detective.
Will I be able to go home?
I'm going to figure that out.
Yeah, because am I going to jail or we're going down to dance?
We're going to have to figure that kind of out because you know how this thing kind of goes from here.
I guess.
I'm going to come talk to you about it. Just okay?
After this bizarre exchange, the detective had heard enough to know it was time to wrap up the interrogation. Dusty's lack of remorse and distorted grip on reality made it clear they were dealing with someone who didn't fully understand the weight of his actions. According to the pathology report, the victim, James Leidendecker, was subjected to horrific torture before his death. His body showed severe blunt force trauma, including cuts, bruises, and fractures to his face, nose, ears, and mouth. His eyes had severe bleeding, and many of his teeth were broken. The injuries also extended to his neck, with heavy bleeding in the muscles and a broken hyoid bone, suggesting he had been strangled. His torso displayed several broken ribs, and internal bleeding was found in his chest and abdomen. One of the most disturbing details from the report was that James had been exposed to gasoline. His skin had begun to slough off in areas, and a strong smell of gasoline was found on his arms, thighs, and hands. Gasoline was also detected in his lungs and stomach, indicating he had inhaled and swallowed it before he died. This made the murder even more gruesome. Dusty was processed for forensic evidence and transported to the Leon County Detention Facility. The witness statements, his vague confession, and the forensic evidence from the scene were enough to formally charge him. Dusty McDonald was charged with 1 count of first-degree murder, and as of this video's upload, his case remains ongoing.
Wow. So he's still... What do you mean the case remains ongoing?
Like, they didn't do anything yet.
What?
How long ago was this uploaded?
Months.
4 months ago. I wonder if he was...
We gotta figure out what happened.
Dusty McDonald was charged.
Oh, he was charged with 1 count first-degree murder based on what
They already said that though, but like he hasn't been.
Okay. He's charged though. He's
yet.
convicted. W. All right, W's. Yo, everyone, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.
That's streaming.